going to talk about tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am here again. I'm Dr. Priscilla. And as I've said before, if you see me looking here, directly here, I'm looking at my YouTube channel on my laptop. Occasionally, I'll look this way and I'll be talking to my Facebook community as well. I'm so excited that everyone is here tonight to listen to me. And again, tonight, morning, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are in any part of the world, I am happy to be here with you. We all know, we all know that everyone has 24 hours in a day. So whether you're catching me live or if you're watching this live stream right now as it is going on, I'm really happy that you guys are here. I'm Dr. Priscilla, a native English speaker, and I live in the US. So, what am I doing here? I am here just for you, 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 and you. For my non native English speakers, primarily, I want you to focus on the way that you hear me present, the way that I enunciate my words, the ease and flow, as well as the mistakes that I may make as I speak with you right now. If you've paid attention to the topic is plan your day or plan your event. Whatever the case may be, anything that you are willing to do and it's worth doing, it is worth taking a little time to plan it out. It doesn't matter how big it is, it doesn't matter how small it is. And when I say it doesn't matter how small it is, small things, as I often will illustrate, will be those things that turn into gigantic things. So you want to make sure that with every step that you're doing small things in a good way. Does that mean that I do everything that I do that's small in a good way? Absolutely not. No, I do not. There is that room for grace when, for whatever reason, I just don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. And if I don't feel like doing it, most likely, I'm like you, I'm not going to do it. Okay. So just know that there is always built into everything a little bit of grace and a little bit of ease. So you can always say, whoop, press the reset button and start again. Just press the reset button and start again. With that said, I want to focus on the non-native English speaker. Oftentimes, you've got this humongous hurdle that you want to overcome. My refrain is going to be the same. Start small and work toward reaching that larger goal. In order to start small, however, it is important that you understand and realize what it is that you want to accomplish. What are your desires? When you have your desires set in your mind, what you want to accomplish, then you can start to strategize and plan to find the means to get there. For those of you who have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you like what you've heard in the past, and if you enjoy listening to what I'm saying to you now, please click the like button at the end. And finally, if you want to know each time I'm going live or each time I am uploading a video, be sure to click on the bell. That way you will know when new material is being uploaded. In the month of January, I have set out a plan to create one video with a new vocabulary word for the remainder of January. So if you take a moment and look in the files of my YouTube channel, you will see the new vocabulary words that I have posted. Our vocabulary words are posted before midnight every night. So depending upon where you are in the world, your word for tomorrow is already posted. Now, Some of the words that we have had in the past, and I spoke about this last night. Some of the words that we have had in the past are hospitality, previous, accountable, spotlights, dispel, petrified, obstacles, and natural. Our vocabulary word for today is dispel. Dispel, dispel. Now, if I look at the vocabulary words that we've had for the month of January, I can talk about what it's like to be hospitable. This is when you show or extend courtesy to someone. If you can help someone, that's demonstrating a sense of hospitality. We talked about this in previous occasions, previous being one of our vocabulary words. And the best way to demonstrate hospitality is to be of service. When you start to be of service to someone else, you're going to bring that type of venue back to yourself. So those things that you're seeking, those things that you need, if you're giving someone what they need, the universe has no choice but to give to you that which you are seeking. Take my word for it, because I know it has worked for me. The things that I want has come to me. Did it come immediately? No, it did not come immediately. And the things that I do in the way of service, it is not because I anticipate that I will get something back, but it is the law. It is the law of, it's a universal law. That what you put out is going to come back to you. It's like the boomerang effect. And it is what is promised in the Bible. That which you do will come back to you. If you're a person of good rapport, then you will experience a lot of good rapport. So I want you to hold yourself accountable to do the things that will benefit not only you, but benefit others. Okay. Do not go into being of service to someone to see what you can get in return, but be of service because it is something that brings you joy, something that helps you to live your full purpose for being. We are not on this earth for ourselves, but to be a facilitator to help others. You'll read this in many people that have written books. Myself, as for myself, I too have written a book. And the joy that I got from writing that book, it wasn't that I was writing it for the sheer joy of it, but I wanted someone else to experience what I had experienced when I was taking care of my mother. And in my book, I discussed and discovered the uniqueness of a relationship that one can have with a parent and not even realize what I was giving back to my parent was what she had given to me all of her life when I was her child, when I was her little girl. And I was able to return that to her unselfishly. And I described some of those events in my book, Anchors of Hope. I want to spotlight for you guys, those of you who are following and responding on the internet to the vocabulary challenge. I want to say that for those of you who are doing an amazing job commenting, responding, you're going to reap the benefits of your efforts, because at the end of 30 days, if you're doing this consistently, there's absolutely no reason why your vocabulary will not increase. If your vocabulary doesn't increase in a functional way, meaning a way that is usable, I need to know, because if it isn't, something about what I'm doing is not being properly. But everything that I know about building vocabulary and what I'm sharing with you should be experienced in what I've told you. And all of this came as a plan. I was thinking of many different ways I could help the English learner. So I came up with, instead of giving you a list of vocabulary words, I came up with the idea of giving you just one single word every day to help boost your vocabulary. And this is what I mean by having a plan. That one thing that you want to do, the one thing that you want to do, determine why do you want to do it, then come up with a plan to get it done. Is that simple? It's simple enough to say. Is it easy to implement? That really depends upon the individual. For me, it was easy for me to implement. Yes, I can do that. Here's why. I have a vocabulary, I guess it's average, maybe a little above average. But whether my vocabulary base is average or not, I have access to a handbook, which is a dictionary. I have access to an online dictionary. So it's just a matter of my going online or picking up my dictionary and getting the words to share with the millions of people that are that does have this as an outlet, that you can go to my YouTube channel, and not just my YouTube channel. You can go to any YouTube channel there is and find a plethora of information based upon whatever it is that you're seeking. That information is out there. Don't be petrified about what you might find, because what you find is going to be that diamond in the rough. Once you start doing whatever it is that you're going to do with a plan, you're going to meet with some type of results. If you don't plan, then you probably are saying that you're planning to fail. Again, if you like to take notes, like I take notes, every time I come to my computer, I will have a pen and paper, because there's something of value when I'm interacting with my students. I'm learning something from them, or there is something that I want to share with them. Now, I want to share an event that took place today with one of my students, and this student is preparing for the IELTS exam. While preparing for the IELTS exam, a lot of her attention was focused primarily on the questions. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to just focus on the questions. But here's what I know. When you're engaging in a conversation and you're focused only on one outcome, and you think that you are going to have enough information for that one outcome and that outlet, you're going to be thrown a twist. And when you're thrown that twist, if you can't think quickly, you're going to stammer, you're going to stutter, and you're going to feel helpless in trying to respond. This is why it is important that you have a vast variety of vocabulary words that you can use. Not just have the vocabulary in your head, but have vocabulary words that are quickly accessible to you, and you can draw upon them to answer a question. So as I look back at our vocabulary words that we've studied so far this month, some of them are obstacles, natural, accountable, spotlight, dispel, petrified, and previous. Now that those words are readily in my mind, but I'm looking at them, I don't necessarily believe that I would have difficulty retrieving words, but because you, as an English language learner of vocabulary words, you have to study these words and make these words a part of your working vocabulary. Now, I'm going to check off each one of these words as I use them and see if you can see and hear them as I speak. Because I've mentioned previously that the only person that is accountable for your understanding of how to perform any task or pass any exam, it is going to require you to put yourself in the spotlight. When you put yourself in the spotlight, this will help you to dispel any misconception that you are not prepared. You will remove all the obstacles that would naturally be in the way of someone who has not prepared. When you're prepared naturally, this sets the stage for you to open up and be what I would consider the best version of yourself. Hello, Michael. Thanks so much for joining me. It's good to have you here. So, if you think that seeing something, being a part of something creates a fear, or you're petrified of something, let me say that the best way to dispel that myth is to have a plan, which is what I was saying. Everyone needs to develop a plan so that they can meet with success in the things that they want to do. I want to say, as I near the end of my live stream today, is that my program, Owning Your Voice, is one of the best programs out and available for non-native English speakers. Again, it is one of the best programs that is available today for non-native English speakers. Am I saying this because it is my program? That would be a little biased, and it is my program. But because I know how to help non-native English speakers achieve their goals, I can speak to that with the capacity of saying, when I did my doctoral studies, I worked with over 2,000 non-native English speakers to find out specifically what would encourage them, what would help them motivate themselves. Motivation comes from you. I can only encourage the individual, but motivation comes from you. In my program, Owning Your Voice, you will not be left alone with a bunch of papers, a bunch of links to go to better understand how to use your voice. No one has ever learned how to use their voice by clicking a button. You will meet with me 3 times a week. Yes, you will meet with me 3 times a week. And during that time of 3 times a week, we will have activities that I will be there to walk you through, see you through to the end. Additionally, I have what is considered office hours. So what exactly is office hours? Hello, Abu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. So my visual on YouTube isn't clear. Let me see if I can adjust the light. I'm not sure if that's better. I hope so. It seems that it's a little brighter. But I appreciate your being here, and thank you for letting me know that you are here. In my program, Owning Your Voice, it is the only one that I know of that is out and available where you meet the teacher, the coach, and you interact. You're not interacting solely with technology. I'm not sending you to a different link to do this and to do something else. I will be walking with you, literally holding your hand to make sure that your journey results with success. How long is this program? The program is a full 3 months. I will be with you for 3 full months to make sure that you are on the right path. How do you get into the program? Your introduction into the program will require you to schedule an appointment with me, and I will talk with you to find out what is a clear path for you to reach your goal. We will plan together what you will need to do and how I can facilitate your getting from point A to point B. Then we will reverse engineer until we find the right path and the right plan for you. How does that sound? If this sounds as if this would benefit you, at the end of this live stream, I will post the contact information below to reach me, schedule an appointment, and we'll talk about how I can assist you in the journey. For those of you who are interested in building your vocabulary, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the like button, and click the bell so that you will know when I'm going live. When you do that, you will know when I drop a vocabulary word every day for the month of January. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate my Facebook family. Thank you, Michael, for being here. Abo, thank you so much for joining me tonight on YouTube. For those of you that will watch the live stream later, I appreciate your comments. And for those of you who are watching now silently without posting, thank you so much for being here. It is my pleasure. I will be here tomorrow night, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, the same time every night. Bye for now. And again, I'm Dr. Priscilla, a native English speaker, and I live in the US. Bye for now.